Hey, what's happening, world? It's your boy, the Toothless Wonder, back with another video. I meant to do this last night, but I was so tired. Um, and it's just going to be pertaining to new beginnings or a new season of life. Um, I felt the need to make this video. Um, I went through a lot of spiritual warfare the past week, with various family issues, associates, if you want to call them that, whatever. And I typically understand that, I get attacked the closer I get to something. So I'm actually headed back to my home, which is in Maryland. I actually had to go to my credit union, which is in Massachusetts. And I just elected, and I could have sent them, or did it, whatever, through mail. But I felt the need for a getaway. Um, the need for a getaway and to kind of reflect. Not so much that I'm looking over my shoulder, but I do an about face to look at how far I've come as I walk through this new door. And I kind of understand. And then it's crazy because a couple of brothers that I ended up having time to listen to were actually speaking about the same things. Like as you ascend or you put in the work to elevate, what was on the level you were on before you got there, like more oftentimes than not, unless the people are, you know, in their own way or in their own timing, walking a similar path towards, a similar end goal, purpose, fulfillment, so on and so forth, you'll actually leave people, places, and things on the last level. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of feeling a little down because I'm like, dang, I'm putting all this work, but like it seems like nothing, no person, place, or thing is able to come with me to this next season of life. And it was kind of sobering. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little sad, like, dang, now I was just reflecting off of, people, conversation I had, times when it was this. But I also understand, you gotta brace the new. Which due to diligence will put me, closer to, what I attempt to envision for my life. It was just so like, dang, like this truly is a solo path, a solo journey. Like I got brothers, what I'm saying, that I call brothers who are walking a similar path. We may talk once a week on the phone, but every man's on his each individual campaign in his own way. But we don't have a big social circle. I know I darn sure don't. And it was kind of, I don't know, I did like a total recall. I was just remembering stuff, and it wasn't necessarily in a bad way. I was remembering like certain good times or, when I gained this new experience and so on and so forth. And then it runs its course and you kind of have to discard it and let it go because holding on to the old for sentimental value will actually at the very least hinder you as you attempt to move forward. So I attempt to move forward with all efficiency, which gives me makes me have to take on a certain militaristic mindset. I wish it was different. I wish, circumstances were conducive that we can continue on, whatever, or I can maintain some type of attachment to this. But when I weigh it up on the scale of the mission, I'm gonna have to sacrifice this for the greater goal and have no problem doing it. I just felt whatever about emotion, but I still pulled the trigger. So, I'm just ready to head back, get back to it. But a lot of times I notice when I attempt to do that, it never really goes the way I want, right? Like when I graduated treatment or when I quit the job the first time, like I would tend to or attempt to duck off for the purposes of reflection, or I'll do something social, right? And this one thing I picked up last night. I was looking for something to eat after I, got settled in about 10 o'clock. So I ended up now, mind you, I'm a recovering alcoholic. So I had to go to a sports bar. Now I didn't have to go, but I was confident I wasn't going to drink, and I didn't. But as I'm in this, and it wasn't like super live or, it was like, a lounge, restaurant, sports bar rather. And it tripped me out because I felt so out of place. Um, Thinking Mass Templar was just covering, the world, and I think I struggle with that. Not that I desire fame, fortune, or like what we see like celeb or the outward trappings of success. I have no desire for that. Um, But I do see things in the world that I desire, mainly like pertaining to women. But somehow spiritually, I know, even though I don't know them, it's not conducive to me. So it's almost like a lion, a starving lion in a cage, for its own protection, rather. But seeing these various animals get to walk around, but can't devour any of them, for lack of a better term. He just gets spoon fed. You know what I mean? Or get his food brought to the cage, and he's able to stay alive. But the innate animalistic desires, he's blocked from engaging in, which is actually, if I use that analogy, it's actually for, and I know this, it's for my betterment. No matter whether it be distraction or, you just never know what people have going on behind the veil. And, I guess that's part of, the cross that I must bear. And I tell you, it's not easy. But what's the alternative? Living like everybody else? Getting caught up in the same stuff everybody else get caught in just to be around people who you'll feel alienated by anyway. And then let's be honest, when you're different, people can just sense you're different. So then if you start doing things to be accepted in a social group, they'll just lose respect for you because you're not being your authentic self. So it's either be respected and be hated, or be disrespected among the sheep. You know what I'm saying? Pick your poison. I choose to walk solo. I couldn't do it if I wanted to, be honest with you. Because like when I left the job the last time, basically the way I was surmising it was, you can go along to get along, but this is going to be the way it is. What you going to do? I'm going to leave. Because if I stay, it's going to start chipping away at me. The thing that makes me great in your eyes will be diminished because now I'm accepting stuff that's unacceptable for a paycheck and a title. Now, a paycheck, yeah, okay, cool. But I have other avenues to make money, which requires me to hustle, and that's kind of what I want anyway. But I never got off on titles or social acceptance. And and if I did go that route, I'd be socially accepted by people who I've been blown away by behaviorally and characteristically. So I'd be selling out and getting nothing in return but a depleted soul. But that's all I had to come through with real quick. Let me hop back on this road. I got about another 2.5 hours. I'm going to holler at y'all. Whoa!